In this video, we'll continue our Google Cloud fundamentals topic. We'll talk about roles and access controls. So, Google Cloud has a service called Identity and Access Management, which is used to allocate access to cloud resources. So, with IAM, you have a role which is a collection of permissions, like what operations are allowed on a cloud resource. And in simple terms, a role can be read, write, or admin access to a given cloud resource. Like for an artifact registry service, roles are reader, writer, or administrator. And roles in IAM are of three types: basic roles like owner, editor, and these roles existed prior to the introduction of IAM. Next, we have predefined roles which are managed by Google Cloud and provide granular access for a specific service. And third is custom roles which you can define. And in a lab session, we will look at each of these various roles. A principal is basically a person, group, or a service account. A service account acts on behalf of an application. For a person, you need to add the email address to identify the user, and for a service account, you typically create a service account using the IAM console rather than using the default service account that is created when you create the project. And finally, we have the IAM policy, which is a collection of bindings which basically ties a principle to a role. And binding can have conditions like expiry date when the policy would not be applicable. So let's look at an example of a policy where we have a group and service account as members. The members are assigned the App Engine deploy role and a condition that the policy expires on September 1st, 2020. And as a best practice, you should allow only granular access to the service. For instance, if you want the user to access the Google Cloud bucket, allow only read access instead of a read write or an admin role. Strictly avoid using any admin roles to any service. In our next session, we will execute a lab which demonstrates all these basic Google Cloud functionality. So let's deep dive into the lab.